Daz 3D, the people behind the Backcount NFT project, Clone X, and the RTFKT NFT project is coming out, partnering with Nifty's, people behind the Matrix Avatar project and the Looney Tunes NFT project, to create the Game of Thrones NFT project. This is not a drill. This is fantastic news. This is one of Warner Brothers' most popular modern intellectual properties, and I'm so excited that it's coming to Nifty's for the NFT collection. So this project, according to the people at Nifty's Discord, is a multi-chapter NFT-based program, which could honestly mean anything. But upon further inspection to the website and the official press release, this is a first of a series of updates, which means that you can learn more by both subscribing to the Nifty's Twitter and subscribing to this YouTube channel that covers all Warner Brothers NFT project information. Why don't they just sponsor me? Now the questions plaguing everyone's minds are two things. One, what will the NFTs be? And two, when will it drop? Well, we can safely assume that it's going to drop between December 9th to December 11th, or around that time at the very least, because HBO is hosting the official Game of Thrones fan convention at the Los Angeles convention between December 9th and the 11th, and this will be the first time that the Web3 project correlated with the Web 2 or Web 1 event. Now, regarding what the NFTs will be, there's no surefire way of knowing, but I've been inspired by Epic Pete in the Discord, who called this project a month or two ago. I decided I also want to have the right call myself. So I'm going to try more of a guess everything and I have to be right sort of situation. One thing we could safely assume with Daz 3D's background is some kind of AR feature or model. So what I'm wearing right here is actually Daz 3D's bat cowl that I got. This is my bat cowl. This is my AR that no one else has access to. If we get something like this, we can safely assume there's going to be some kind of AR feature that we get by owning the Game of Thrones NFT collection, because CloneX had the same thing. So here are the following possibilities of an NFT collection. 1. Weapons. There are so many cool weapons in the Game of Thrones universe, however, not too many to the point where they can be procedurally generated, which is what Daz 3D typically does with their NFT projects. You can see by the Backcall collection, by the CloneX collection, they have a set amount of attributes and just randomly put through and see which one comes out which. And some of them are one-of-one created, specifically tailor-made to people like Jim Lee. How Jim Lee created the Batcowl art design, I believe, and he got his own one-of-one from Daz 3 in the Batcowl NFT project. Avatars. Matrix avatars were a good idea. And I like what they were, basically. All of us were in the Matrix universe as kind of Neo's NPCs, more or less. And if they do the same thing for the Game of Thrones project, I think that'd be a great idea. This way, we're all sort of adventurers, townsfolk. You randomly mint someone, and they have a different role, responsibility, and you kind of decide what they do in the universe. So you have a set person, but you still control their outcome, and stuff like that. Much like the Matrix avatars were able to choose red pill or blue pill to decide where you're going to be in the society of the Matrix world. And my last guess has to be the Dragons. So, as we know, the House of the Dragons is a new prequel for the Game of Thrones TV show, I believe. It has a pretty big cast and some pretty big actors in the cast, and I haven't watched it yet, not gonna lie. I haven't even finished Game of Thrones yet. I didn't really watch it till last year, and I'm glad that I got through half of it, because now I can finish the other half before the project comes out. Maybe. But if we randomly procedurally mint dragons, that'd be super cool. Basically, the NFT could be the egg, and then we could all have different colored eggs, or we all have the same egg, because it could be like the holding space until the reveal. Much like how there's a crate for the Batcowl boxes, just like other NFTs have different items for the boxes. They have a mint day, and then they have a reveal day, which is very common right now to add more hype to the projects. We can all have an egg, and then the egg could hatch, and then out comes our dragon. The dragons have different attributes, different... If you guys don't know, and I'm not sure if it's Game of Thrones canon, but I know for a fact in fantasy in general, there are different types of dragons. The ice dragon, the fire dragon, the rock dragon. Like, there's different kinds of dragons depending on where they were raised more so, and what kind of lineage they have. I think that we could do something like that. And also, there's different types of dragons. There's dragons, there's wyverns. I can't think of all of them right now, but they exist. So those are my three main options for the NFT possibilities. Keep an eye on them. It's probably going to officially drop between December 9th and the 11th, if not a day beforehand. They're probably going to make a big deal of it at the Game of Thrones official convention, which I hope they do to onboard more Web 2 people into a Web 3 environment. They don't have to call them NFTs. They can just say digital asset or digital collectible, and people will be all over that. But there's no way to know for a fact until we know, so keep up by subscribing to me and following the Nifty's Discord, Twitter, and other information, like there's newsletter on their website. If you want to see more Daz 3D projects, click here, and I will definitely show you guys the Daz 3D Batcowl and how they're doing right now.